Welcome to the Esports Report. This is our new segment called Hearthstone Coaching Couple. I'm your lovely host, Ashley Hodge, and I am joined today by my awesome husband, Dylan Hodge. Dylan, say hey.
Hello.
So today, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Hearthstone a little bit, and Dylan's going to Hearth coach me because he recently got Legend.
Yeah, and I've been trying to climb up the legend ladder. It's rough out there. It's hard.
So before we begin, we wanted to point out this great resource for you, especially if you're a student just starting or a coach and you have no idea how to help your students. Please go to the Vicious Syndicate. Dylan, tell the folks a little bit about the Vicious Syndicate.
Yeah, basically it's just a site that they're data aggregators. So if you have a certain kinds of deck trackers, it's like swallows all of your game information and stats. Like Firestone does it automatically. Hearthstone Deck Tracker, which is the other popular deck tracker, can do it too. It needs a plugin. And they just take a data-driven approach to analyzing what the metagame looks like and what the best decks out there are.
Yep. And for example, if you want to see the most recent report, you can click right here and it will give you a very, very, very detailed report of which decks are doing the best from all ranks to legend to the top 1K legend. So very good. And they also have a podcast if you want to listen to them. So I'm launching Hearthstone. And as Dylan mentioned before, you might want to download the deck trackers. Hearthstone, what was it? The first one we used? What do you call it?
Hearthstone Deck Tracker.
Yeah, that was the first one we used, and it's really good. But Dylan recently found a new one.
Yeah, Firestone, if you can run it, I think is a little better. It just tells you more things, like in the UI overlay over your game. It helps you keep track of what's going on in the game.
And you'll see that today. So we're gonna go ahead and play Hearthstone, and the deck we're gonna play is called Daddy D's Imps.
Well, that's just what I named it. I mean, people can name it what they want. I don't know the originator of this list. It's one that I found after hearing people talking about. So like Implock is one of the big decks in the new meta right now. And so there's been some different experimentation with what cards you put in it. And this one is pretty similar to early Implock decks, like from day one of the meta, but it has a few little surprises in it. Like it gets its name obviously because we're running Sour Denathrius, like a lot of decks are right now.
And also for coaches and students and admin who listen to this, each game has its own terminology, and nobody calls it Sour Denathrius. He is known as Big Daddy D.
Most people call him Daddy D. Yeah.
Yeah, hence the name of the deck.
But it's a lot of decks are running him right now. Pretty much, you almost have to have a good reason not to run him. He's just good, even if he's not your main strategy. Like early on, a lot of the decks, especially Druid, they were running strategies where it was all about making Nathrius as powerful as possible and drawing him very early in the game. That's kind of fallen out of favor because there's another card that you'll see a lot of, Theotar the Mad Duke, that allows people to take Nathrius out of your hand. And so like a lot of things Druid was doing early on was they have a card to let you draw the highest cost card in your deck. So they would do that. And then if you have Theotar in your hand, okay, well, his win condition is Nathrius, and I know he just drew him, so I can play my Theotar to take his Nathrius. He's kind of, you can't really win unless he steals it back with his Theotar, which happens sometimes. But so yeah, there's a lot of interesting hand disruption going on in the meta right now that you have to be aware of.
Yep. Do you want to say anything about this deck list? Because the new additions to this one are, of course, Murklocula.
The Murklocula, yeah. So I mean, it's pretty standard Imp Zoo stuff. It has a little bit of ability to close out a late game because you run the Murklocula. It's decent on its own in a Zoo type list, and Zoo just being like a shorthand of a deck that is very focused on putting a lot of minions on the board, places a lot of emphasis on board control in the early game, and then uses minions to push face to win. So it just means, okay, yeah, you have a board-based win condition. So this is pretty good in that anyway. I think it was seeing some play in the Implock even before this version. This version uses it for a more specific reason. You can use it just as it's on its own, but it uses it because we're running Kael'thas Sinstrider. And what that means is if you have a 0-cost Morlocula on turn 6, and you also have Kael'thas in your hand, on turn 6 you can play Kael'thas and then Morlocula and then any other minion that you want. And we have some big ones to run. So that could be Imp King Rafam, that could be Gigafin, that could be Sire Denathrius, all of which are like really strong plays. The Rafam, I mean, you're running into like if you do it that way, like, you know, he's not going to give you everything because you already put 2 things on the board. So you miss like 1 board place, but it's still like it's a huge board of stuff. The Gigafin, if you do that on turn 6 against like a similar deck to you probably just win because you destroy their board and you make a big board. And then the Nathrius obviously is just very strong.
Big Daddy D always coming in clutch. All right. So now that we've broken that deck list down a little bit for you, let's go ahead and get in here and play. So Dylan's going to help me hopefully make it to Legend.
Yeah, and you've played Implock a pretty good bit already.
Yeah.
And so the basics of this strategy you're familiar with. Mm-hmm. This just has like a little bit of surprises in it.
Yep, and hopefully you are seeing the overlay because there's a lot going on with this overlay.
I haven't seen the Anduin skin before. That's cool.
All right. So obviously we want to keep the Flustered Librarian. That's our big play in turn 1. Honestly, Fiendish Circle is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, because we have the 1-drop, I'm also inclined to keep the Fiendish Circle.
And I would throw back
we don't want him.
Sinstrider. We don't need him yet. All right, so there you go. I already feel good about my choices in this deck strategy.
So I guess if you're audio only, the Flustered Librarian is a 1-mana Warlock minion. It's a 1-mana 1/3, and it has +1 attack for each imp you control. It itself is not an imp, but it's just a good card. And we're turn 1. We're against a Renathal Priest. He's probably a Quest Priest. We're going first, so we don't know that yet. But so yeah, I mean, we don't really have anything else in our hand to do other than just play the Librarian.
Yeah. And the other cards we have, of course, is Fiendish Circle that summons 4 1/1 imps.
It's a 3-mana spell.
We have a 4-cost minion, Mischievous Imp. Battlecry, summon a copy of this. Infuse 3, summon 2 copies instead. And then we also have the Bloodbound Imp.
Yep.
Which, whenever you attack, it deals 2 damage to your hero. It's a 2-cost minion.
It's a 2/5 in stats.
Yep.
So it has a good health. It just has the drawback. Most of the time, we don't care about that. And then, yeah, so this is a Quest Priest. He played his quest on turn 1. So that his strategy is just about controlling the game, like removing stuff, and then just trying to win by playing his quest. Because the Quest Priest, the reward, he can eventually get a 10-mana spell on his game that just automatically wins in the game. But it takes a long time to do that.
So we're going to try to kill him before that happens. And we just drew Impending Catastrophe. Impending Catastrophe. It's a 2-mana spell, draw a card, repeat for each imp you control.
One of the reasons this deck is so good.
So I'm going to play the Bloodbound Imp.
Yeah, we don't really have another.
And then I'm going to attack him with my Flustered Librarian.
Like we could tap, we could play the Impending Catastrophe, but it's like, why would we? We want to develop the board early. That's what this deck is all about.
And for those of you who don't know what Infuse is, from my understanding, it's when a minion dies.
When a friendly minion dies.
Friendly minion dies.
Yeah, it's a new keyword in the Murder at Castle Nathria set,
which is the newest expansion. All right, and we drew the Shady Bartender. That's a 5-cost minion for attack, for health. If you can trade him. Battlecry, he gives your demons +2/+2, which is good because we're running imps.
Yeah, tradable means if you want to, you can put him back in your deck and draw another card for 1 mana. It's a pretty good deal.
All right, I'm thinking I'm going to play Fiendish Circle.
Yeah, we're on turn 3. We We have the Flustered Librarian on board. We just Fiend a Circle. We make a huge board.
And I'm going to obviously go face.
Yeah, the 6 damage with the Flustered Librarian goes face.
And then what
so he played a Psychic Conjurer, which he puts a card. It's a 1-mana 1/1 priest card. Battle cry, copy a card of your opponent's deck, add it to your hand. I would kill that just because.
I'm going to kill it with a 2/5. When you do that, though, I take damage, 2 damage because of.
One the main reason I would say kill it is because most priest lists now run the Cathedral of Atonement, which is a location that can buff enemies. And so if you don't kill it, he can play the Cathedral of Atonement, and he has a really easy way to kill the Flustered Librarian. Okay, so he just plays another Psychic Conjurer. He does a Condemn for 2 mana, does 1 damage to our board, wipes all of our fiend, but we don't care because we have the Mischievous Imp, and we just do that.
And it is now infused, so it will summon 3 minions total.
So because we had it, he just killed 4 of our minions, and the Mischievous Imp is infused 3. It's infused now. So, and again, for the same reason, I would kill his minion with the Bloodbound Imp.
Yeah, and then I'm going to go face with the 5/2 Flustered Librarian. It's all about slowly picking away at their health while trying to control the board.
Or quickly, depending on if we get the Vile Library or not. Okay, so this is a little bit of a meme card, the Harvester of Envy, where if he copies something from our deck and then he plays the thing that he copied, he steals the original version of it. But he didn't. Okay, he just played it for tempo because he didn't have anything to play. We do want to kill that though, probably just because it's annoying. So yeah, I'm kind of torn here because we could do one of 2 things. We could draw a bunch of cards. I see mousing over the Impending Catastrophe there. We could draw like 5 cards for 2 mana. That's absurd. I think it's better, yes, to play him.
To play the Shady Bartender.
Yeah, because we have a bunch of things on board that can attack, and we just do that to pressure him because he doesn't have a way to kill 5 health of things easily at this point in the game. I'm trying to think. I guess he could. Yeah, do that. Because we don't want him to steal our stuff.
I'm going to run the Imp into his
the Harvester of Envy,
and then I'm about to do 15 damage to his face.
I'm trying to think like how he can kill 5 health of things on 5 mana. He could Desperate Prayer and then play Zyrella, and that would do it. So Desperate is a 0 mana heal that heals both heroes for 5.
Didn't do that though.
And then Zyrella. Zyrella is like a minion that when you play it, it does an AoE to minions or however much you healed. He didn't do that. He played Najak Hexen, who is like a temporary mind control minion, 4 mana 1/4. So yeah, if we kill him, we got our Imp back. It doesn't really matter though. We just have lethal, so we just kill him.
He did complete his quest, but
no, he didn't. He completed a stage of the quest.
I'm sorry, he completed a stage. We'll talk about that when we play some what is it? Quest Hunter.
Oh, you want to play Quest Hunter?
We can, but we can do this right now. So yeah, we won. Woohoo!
I was looking at a new Quest Hunter list because the list we were playing earlier doesn't run the secret package. It runs explosive traps, but it doesn't run like any of the other secrets. And it seems like the secret version is better right now.
Yeah, those are the 2 decks I'm really playing. Is the Implock, which we currently just played, and then Quest Hunter. Because quests are fun.
So we're up against a hunter. Speaking of hunter,
so it could be Quest Hunter, it could be Big Beast Hunter,
or Face
Hunter.
Those are the 3 main archetypes.
All right, so I'm going to throw back Sin Strider. I'm keeping my Flustered Librarian. I'm keeping my Bloodbound Imp.
Yep.
And all right, we drew the Imp Gang Boss. For those of you who don't know, that is my favorite card. Because he's a big boy.
He's a cool card.
3 mana, 2 attack, 4 health. Whenever he takes damage, he summons you an Imp.
And he is an Imp.
Yep.
He has Imp in the name.
Yep.
Which is how you know something is an Imp. Either if it has an Imp in the name or if the art depicts an Imp, it is an Imp.
Yep. So I guess I'm going to play the Flustered Librarian and hope he doesn't kill it.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have a good way. He could, yeah, you're definitely doing that. But how could he kill it? He could coin Quick Shot. That doesn't seem that good.
I don't know. He might just not want me to have it. He's eyeballing it.
And he didn't. So this is a Face Hunter too, probably because the Quest Hunter and the Big Beast Hunter, most of them are running Renathal right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he has 30 health, not 40 health. So It's just a face hunter. We do want to
Kill that. His
yeah,
vicious slither spear.
when it's a face hunter, you want to control his board as best you can because you can't really race him on damage. The problem is we don't have a way of killing that this turn.
That's a 1 cost minion, 1/3. After you cast a spell, it gains +1 attack until your next
And it
turn.
is a Naga.
So that's a problem.
The vicious slither spear. And it's a neutral. It's he's playing hunter
play that.
and priest right now. Yep.
I'm gonna play my Bloodbound Imp and just go face with my.
I would say trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll trade into his minion because I really
it,
I need that dead.
Because he can buff it with Doggy Biscuit or coin.
Let's see what he gets.
Ramming
what he does. All right, he plays Murkwater Scribe.
That is interesting. I don't see hunters play that very much.
Next spell you play costs 1 less. It's a 2 cost minion, 3/2.
You see it in Naga Priest, but I don't see hunters play that. But that's okay. He's coining some. Now he just made a misplay because I'm pretty sure the effect of the Murkwater Scribe was just wasted because he played the coin and then he played the peasant. He should have done it in the opposite order, but
well, now he's got a 3/1 Slith Spear. He's got the Murkwater Scribe, and then he played the peasant, which is a 1 cost 2/1 at the start of your turn. Draw a card.
On his turn, the vicious slither spear will go back down to a 1/1 because it doesn't keep the benefit of those spells that you play to buff it. I think
I'm so torn. Do I play Fiendish Circle or the Imp Gang Boss?
They're both good. I think you play the Fiendish Circle because we have the impending catastrophe in our hand and it'll let us refill. Although the Gang Boss, let me think. Because the thing is, we don't want to go face with the library right now. We want to kill his minions.
We got to kill him.
So either way, we're doing that with the what stats librarians at. I think you do the Gang Boss. It's more conservative.
So do that into the peasant.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm doing the blood. What is it?
Bloodbound Imp into peasant, and then flustered librarian into vicious slither spear.
And that will leave him.
It does leave him a 3/2, but that weirdly that was the least dangerous minion he has on the board, just because the vicious slither spear, even though it's a 1-drop, it can grow to pretty big attack levels if you cast a bunch of spells. And the peasant, you never want to leave up on a hunter because they don't have great card draw, and peasant is a way that they get extra cards, and it's easy to kill.
And also with the minion we just killed, it infused Imp King Reform.
All right, so he played a Doggy Biscuit on his Murkwater Scribe, which buffed it, and then he killed our Imp King boss in 1 hit, so it's dead, but it did spawn another imp. We drew Vile Library. That's good. Yeah.
Those things gotta die.
Yeah, I think you run both minions into the Murkwater Scribe to kill it, and then we won't have a board anymore. But then you play the Fiendish Circle to get 4 1/1 imps back. That's all we can do this turn, but next round, we have Reform coming up, and he'll be infused by the time we can play him on turn 6. And we have the Vile Library and the impending catastrophe in our hand. We're in a good position against this guy. Oh, and he's still trading. Okay. Okay. All he did was run his 1/1. There's his 1-drop vicious slither spear, his second one into one of our imps, and then hero power. So we don't really care. And then we drew Shady Bartender, and I'm torn as to what the best play is. I still think it's better to do the Vile Library and the impending catastrophe just to draw a bunch of cards and refill.
I agree with that.
Although I'm tempted by the Shady Bartender play.
I know, drawing him, it was a tough call, but I think getting more cards is going to be helpful.
Ooh, and we drew a Wicked Shipment.
So we're going to play the Wicked Shipment. It's a 1 cost spell, tradable, summon 2/1 imps. If you trade it, it's upgraded by 2.
Yep. So now
play that.
And then use the activation on one of the imps that can attack. Run the other 2 imps into the vicious slither spear, so he doesn't have a minion. And we just made a 7/7 imp. A lowly 1/1 imp with the power of the Vile Library has become a 7/7.
We should tell them what that is.
Oh yeah, Vile Library is a location. It's a 2-mana card. A location is a new type of card in the new set. It's give a friendly minion +1/+1. Repeat for each imp you control, and you can do that twice. It takes up a board slot, which is all locations do. And like all locations, you can activate it the turn you play it, but you can't use it 2 turns in a row.
And also, all he did was hero power me.
Oh yeah,
that's all he did.
He's not gonna win.
All right, so I'm gonna play the flustered librarian. Or let me do the shady bartender.
Or
are you talking about Murlockula?
No.
Oh, you're talking about King Reform?
The strongest play we can make. That he's totally.
And now he's threatening me. I will
because we're taking too long because we're trying to explain what we're doing. But yeah, so we play Imp King Reform. He's infused.
Okay, we're gonna play him.
He's a 6-mana 6/6. He's a new card.
Oh, he's gonna do really good things for my library. That's and
he was infused, so he buffs the active. So basically, he does the same thing the Shady Bartender does because he gives imps +2/+2. But all the minions we had on the board were imps, and he himself is a 6-mana 6/6, so he has better stats for his cost than the Shady Bartender. And he brought back 2 other imps. So he brought back an imp gang boss and buffed him to a 4/6, and he brought back a 1-mana 1/1 imp, but buffed him to a 3/3. And then, so our border now is ridiculous.
And then I had a 9. It buffed it to a 9/9. Then I had a 3/3. Then this 3/3.
Oh, so he is doing some kind of version of Big Beast.
Well, he's dead.
But it's not a Renathal Big Beast
because he only has 8 health.
But yeah, he played. But he played in a just kill him. He played in a Sharon Saber, which is a 4-mana 4/3. It has Rush. It's a beast card that Hunter has. When it dies, it puts a Sunken Saber on the bottom of your deck, which is the same mana cost and stats. Also has Rush, but when it dies, it summons a beast from your deck. It's a pretty big core card. Well, it's a pretty good card in Big Beast. Sometimes they only run one of them.
All right, so we're gonna play another Daddy D's Zoolock Implock deck and see what we can do. I always do better at my games when you're with me, Dylan. I'm not good at making these decisions on my own. That's why I'm stuck at Silver 5.
You just gotta play more. Think about what your opponent should do to respond to what you do and what you're trying to do next turn.
Good advice. All right, we're playing a paladin. They're not strong in the meta right now, are they?
No, not really. They're pretty weak at the moment.
All right, so I drew Fiendish Circle, Wicked Shipment, the Void Walker, and Impending Catastrophe. It's not bad, but I want the Flustered Librarian.
I'm tempted just to keep all this.
Just to keep all that because of what I'm going against.
Maybe throw back the Void Walker, but keep the red. I don't know. Normally you want 1-drops. Void Walker isn't great on its own though.
I say throw back the Void Walker, keep Wicked Shipment, keep Fiendish Circle. And I don't know about Impending Catastrophe.
The thing about keeping Impending Catastrophe here is we have the coin. I mean, we have the Fiendish Circle, and we have. I think
we just keep it.
I think we just keep it. And I'm not sure if we should have thrown back the Void Walker, honestly, but
we'll see.
We got another Wicked Shipment. So
a good call. We're about to flood the board. All right, we got Renathal.
Now I have seen some people talking about experimenting with a control Renathal Denathrius Paladin, which maybe this is what this guy is doing. Renathal is a free legendary that was he's playing the quest, so I don't know, he's doing weird stuff.
Renathal just gives you 40 health and 40 cards.
Yeah, but it is a card that occupies a slot in your deck, and he's a 3-mana 3/4 on his own. But it's if you put him in your deck, changes what kind of deck you can play.
And he played the quest, which is play 3 different 1-cost cards, and then his reward is equip a 1/4 Light's Justice. It's only part 1. As you complete the quest, you go to different stages of the quest.
Yeah, the Paladin Hero quest is you have to just keep playing 1-cost cards, and then eventually, play the Wicked Shipment on turn 1.
Coin out a second Wicked Shipment. No, save the coin, and then I could do Fiendish Circle on turn 2.
I think you do. Well, we can decide. We just save it and see what he does. We can afford to do that because now we have 2 really good reasons to do the second Wicked Shipment immediately, which is we have the Impending Catastrophe in our hand and we just drew Vile Library. So
now he just played.
What did he play?
Some kind of spell.
Oh, discover what's good. Discover a secret weapon or divine shield minion, 1 mana.
Which he did.
And then Did he get that from the plus goods?
Yeah.
Mouse over it in the tracker. Yeah, he did. Okay.
Yeah, he did.
So he discovered a Righteous Protector, which is a Paladin card. It's a 1 mana 1/1 with Divine Shield and Taunt. So he just got 2 ticks on his quest by doing that. I think you Wicked Shipment. and coin Vile Library and buff one of the imps that can attack. I guess it doesn't really matter which one, like if you buff one that can attack or can't, because you're still, well, you still have, yeah, it does, because you still have one more imp on the board. And then, yeah, just run them both into his minions, going to take both of them to get through it because it's a Divine Shield with Taunt.
But we did draw Dreadlich. What is that?
Dreadlich Tamsin. It's
I've never played him.
I think it's a her.
Her.
Oh,
he just completed stage 1 of his quest.
So he played another 1-drop. He got a 1/4 weapon, and he played the Bubbler, which is a 1-mana 2/4. But if it takes exactly 1 damage, it dies. It's a neutral 1-drop. So yeah, you can just run the 1/1 imp into that to kill it. But before we do that, is there something else we wanted to do? I think we just do that, yeah, because we're just gonna Fiendish Circle this turn, right? So
yeah, so we're gonna pop the Bubbler.
Pop it
with the 1/1 imp.
And then Fiendish Circle.
Now, just so you know, I drew the Bloodborne imp and this hero that I've never played. What did you say it was?
Dreadlich Tamsin. She so it's a 6-mana hero card. All the hero cards, when you play them, give you 5 armor. And what Tamsin does when you play her, she deals 3 damage to the whole board, all minions, not hero faces. And she shuffles 3 rifts into your deck, and you draw 3 cards. The rift is a spell that casts when you draw it, and you still draw another card. And it just summons a 3/3 imp, so it's synergistic with the imps. And she upgrades our hero power, so the warlike hero power, it's Yeko face with the 6/5. So yeah, we just Fiendish Circled and went face with our active minion. The normal warlike hero power 2 mana is 2 mana, which all of them are except for the Demon Hunter. And you draw a card and take 2 damage. The upgraded one that Tamsin does, it still draws a card, but you don't take any damage. And it also shuffles, before you draw, it shuffles the Fell Rift, another Fell Rift into your deck. So it's just like an engine for imps.
And what he did on his turn was kill one of my 1/1 imps with his Light to Justice, and then he actually played Renathal, which is a 3-cost 3/4 minion, so not that great.
No, not good tempo for him.
And I drew Shady Bartender.
Yep. So we're just gonna play. What do you think we're gonna do?
I think we're gonna play the Shady Bartender. Well, no, I can't. So I'm gonna play the Bloodbound Imp and then Impending Catastrophe.
That's right.
Is what I'm gonna do here.
And then activate our Vile Library before we attack.
So what that allows me to do is
draw a whole bunch of cards.
Yeah.
So we draw Smothering Starfish. You draw Flustered Librarian, Fiendish Circle, Voidwalker, Murlacula.
All right, so I'm just gonna do it to.
I would do it to a different one just to spread out your stats a little bit.
And then
I think at this point you just go face. You don't care.
I want to kill him. So that's 6 damage, 6 damage, 1 damage. So 13 total.
If we're being conservative, we probably should have killed his Renathal, but
see if he buffs it.
No, he's gonna do equality. He's gonna do a board clear.
Yeah.
So yep. So he played equality to set the health of everything to 1, and then City Tax, which is a paladin spell, to deal 1 damage to our side of the board.
But I do have Murlacula, which is now 0.
And because he wiped our board, he now costs 0. And we just drew Sardonathrius.
Big Daddy D.
How much mana do we get? We're at 5.
We're at 5.
It's unfortunate. How many cards do we have in our hands? 8. Okay.
Yeah.
Because we drew Sardonathrius, I almost want to save the Murlacula now to see if we can get Kael'thas.
So I'm thinking play the Fiendish Circle.
Yeah.
And then Flustered Librarian.
And the Voidwalker to protect it.
Yeah.
We have a good reason to play the Voidwalker now.
So my Flustered Librarian is now a 5/3. It went from a 1/3 to a 5/3.
Yeah. The reason I asked about mana is because if we were at 6, if it weren't for the cards in our hand, after a board clear is a good time to do the Dreadlich Tamsin, because there's kind of not a cost to it. You're not often in a situation where the Tamsin clears their board but not yours, but it's kind of in there in case you do get to that situation. So what did he do? He played what is the minion he played? Myrmidon. After you cast a spell on this minion, draw a card, 3 mana 3/4 Naga paladin card.
And it keeps,
and then he just healed it a bunch of times with Holy Mackerel.
Yeah.
Which all I did was let him draw cards because Holy Mackerel is a 1 mana paladin spell that's repeatable this turn. So once you play it, you can keep playing it and just heal something for 2.
And I just drew Imp King Reform.
So he just used it to draw a bunch of cards.
So we're looking pretty good here.
We don't want a Tamsin because we'll wipe her on board.
What about Shady Bartender?
That's better. What else do we have in our hand? We don't want a Starfish. Yeah, I think you just Shady Bartender. And I would trade at this point. And well, how much damage do we have? 13. That's not enough. So yeah, I would trade and kill that so you can stop drawing cards.
Yeah, but
with the librarian.
Even though it's going to kill it.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then go face with the rest of them.
That's a 1-drop that traded into his 3-drop, but that's good.
And with that, Big Daddy D got some stuff, and so did Imp King Reform. They're both being infused. Because when friendly minions die. Well, let's see what he does. What do you think he's going to do?
I don't really know, because I haven't played against much control paladin because it's not really prevalent right now. I kind of forget. Oh yeah, okay. So he played his Leviathan, which is the paladin's colossal minion. The colossal minions all work in the same way, kind of, where they're like, it's like 2 parts of a big boss split over multiple cards that it summons with itself. So the Leviathan, they both have Rush, it and the part that it summons, and when they attack, he can dredge, which is like look at the bottom 3 cards and then put one on top. That's what the Leviathan does. And the other one, when it attacks, you can draw a card. So like when you play it, you can dredge and then draw the card you just dredged if you want to, or you could do it in the other order too.
But we drew the Vile Library.
Yeah. So now we're in a situation though where we kind of, how many cards do we have in our hand? 6. Yeah. Now I kind of do want to Tamsin, but we have to do it in the right order. So I would run one of our imps into the 4/2, run the other one into the 4/5, and then Tamsin. That way we don't lose anything. We kill off his thing, and we get the benefit of using our Tamsin. It is a benefit to us, not a penalty, and it makes our hero power better. It draws us 3 cards, which is good because we're trying to find Kael'thas and Strider.
Play the imp.
Yeah.
Play
the flame imp. Yep. And it has the added benefit of putting the rifts into our deck. So as we're looking for our big game-ending cards, we'll also just get some free 3/3s out of the deal. It's kind of a debated card whether you should put this in imp decks to the Tamsin, because so this is a problem for us. But luckily he's already so this is like the reason to play Control Paladin is because Kyriel is such a good card. So it's a hero card that when you play it, it wipes the board. It gives him a 2/5 weapon, but it does not lose durability. So he can just attack us for 2 the rest of the game. And while he has that weapon equipped, he takes half damage rounded up. Amazing. And it has a good hero power, which is to buff something in his hand by +4/+4. Yeah, we just do that. How many cards do we have in our hand?
We have 8.
Yeah, so let's do the hero power. Do we do that or do we?
Well, if we're doing the hero power first, I mean, we need to see what card we draw. It might change what we do, but I mean, then we're down.
Yeah,
it's probably not going to change what we do.
The question is, do we reform and then Vile Library to buff something they can't attack yet, just to make it have high stats? Because he's already used one equality, he probably doesn't have the other one because he's a Renathal deck. Or do we hero power to try to get something else and get the fell rifts going? I think we library and reform.
Yeah.
I think that's better.
And
put the library just on one of the 3/3s, I think. Yeah.
So what that gave us is a 4/7 Bloodbound Imp, a 3/3 Imp, the 6/6 Reform. I made one of the imps an 8/8 with the Vile Library and another 3/3 imp.
Just a big board of stuff
that he now has to deal with.
The problem with Kyriel and the way that the Nathrius works is that it does half the damage he takes from Denathrius. So that's something to keep in mind.
He's at 13 with
he's healing
5 armor, but now he's healing, so he's at 17. Played
Muckborn Servant, which is a 3/4 taunt, 2/4 paladin card, battle card, discover a paladin card, and he played an Iron Deep Trog, which is a 1-mana 1/2. After your opponent casts a spell, summon another Iron Deep Trog.
Oh, I'm not worried about that.
No.
Oh my god.
Our Denathrius is at 13 or 8 charges. It'd be 13 damage.
But it won't be enough to kill him.
No. Well, it might be if we can
keep this board.
Because he can't do anything else this round.
I'm gonna go Well, I got that.
We killed out. You get through that with the 4/7.
And
Go
then
face with the rest,
and see how much we have left with the Nathrius.
He'll be at that's interesting. Okay, yeah, just do that. Do it.
I'm gonna go.
So trading the Bloodbound Imp into the Mechborn Servant.
And then I'm gonna go face.
And then everything else goes face, but it's gonna do half damage rounded up. So unfortunate. And after all that, he's at 11. We can't Denathrius yet anyway. But Denathrius would not kill him. We can't Denathrius yet because we don't have Kel'Thas.
I say play Imp Gang of Boss.
I think you hero power.
Okay.
Because we're trying to find Kel'Thas. For 2 reasons now. For Gigafin and for and we got a free imp out of the deal.
Oh, let me just trade him.
Trade in the Shady Bartender.
Yep. Trade in the Shady Bartender. Nope.
And we can't, and now that we're board locked, we can't really do anything else, which is fine.
So and we have 8 cards in our hand, so we're going to end our turn, and we're going to see what he does. He could equality if he's got 2, but you don't think he'll...
He's unlikely to have the second one. So how many cards does he have in his deck? He does. He has it.
Okay, yep.
Oh, no, he's just going to Holy Mackerel a bunch of times.
And just use the...
So he played Wild Pyromancer, which is it's a neutral card. After you cast a spell, deal 1 damage to all other minions. It is commonly used in Control Paladin because you can Wild Pyromancer and then cast Equality to wipe the whole board. Or what he's doing is just he played it and then he's casting a 1-mana spell repeatedly to heal. Because you can heal the Wild Pyromancer repeatedly and just keep doing it. So that is going to wipe the whole board and leave him with a Wild Pyromancer. But he's spending his whole turn doing it. And with the last, he healed himself for 2. That's not terrible for us. I mean, it's not good, but it's not the worst. What's our Denathrius at? 19. So it's not going to kill him because it'll be halved, and he's 17 health. So let's build. I think first you tap. At this stage in the game, we always want to tap first, even though we're running out of cards. But we're not. We don't win the fatigue anyway, and so we want to see if we can get free imps out of Tamsin, which we did. We got 1. We got 2. We got 2 free imps. Not really free because you got to play the Tamsin first, but so now we can do the mischievous imp. We got just a whole board full of imps and play the Bloodbound imp and use the activation of Divine Library on one of our 3/3 imps. So now we have 8 cards left in the deck. I'm thinking, do we play the Murloculas or not? I think we do at this stage because the mana cheat isn't.
How about we play 1?
Yeah.
And then we'll save the other one.
Well, we can only play 1.
All right, and then
because then that's 7 minions. Yeah.
All right, let's see what he does.
He's just gonna heal himself.
Oh,
he's gonna Wild Pyro.
Here we go again.
Well, he's gonna do the same thing again.
Oh my goodness!
Another Wild Pyromancer
after this, right?
Well, he's out Wild Pyromancers. Yeah. So
this is aggravating. He is beefing up my.
It's a control card. I mean,
my boy. Maybe the 10/6 will survive.
It should. Yeah, he can't do it 10 times. Yeah. And he played another 1-drop to and he hits us in the face for 2. Okay. What's our Denathrius at? 25.
25.
So that rounded up to him is 13, but it would just be 12 because it would hit the minion too. So it's 12. So we can hit him for 5 with our 10/5. You do that for sure, and then maybe we should have played Shady Bartender. Yeah, I think you just fill the board up again. You can only wipe it so many times. He only has 2 cards in his hand. Like he's running out of stuff to do. I think you
hero power.
You hero power again. Yeah.
You said do that first,
and we get a Fell Rift. Kel'Thas is at the bottom of our deck. Play the Imp Gang boss. Play the Flustered Librarian. Play that. Play the other Molecular. Because like I said, we don't care about the mana cheat with Kel'Thas at this stage in the game anyway.
We just gotta kill.
We just want minions on the board. To further power up Denathrius to actually kill him. The only problem we're gonna face is if he also has his Denathrius in his hand, which let's see, he's had 1 card in his hand for like
not me about to play it.
What turn is nope. So he's just playing a bunch of stuff. He played a Myrmidon, he played a 5/5 Silverhand Recruit that he buffed up with the Hero power, he played a Peasant, he killed What did he kill with his face?
Uh,
Not to go to the tracker. Our Void Walker.
yeah, he killed the Void Walker. All right, I'm gonna go face.
Let's think about that. So, 2, 2, 1.
Got 22 on the.
So, but it's half. But it's
half.
half rounded up. That's why it's different.
Okay.
So, 2, 2, 1. So 5, 5. So it's actually. Yeah. Okay, it is 12.
So it's 12, and then I've got further.
Yeah, do it. We do it. We just do it.
Hoping I'm bad at math. So
it might not because
of all the minions on the board.
But it'll.
Yellow, let's go.
I think it does kill him.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, Big Daddy D for the win. Ooh. Yeah, boys.
Yeah, carry on makes the math harder.
You don't really run into that too much.
Not right now. Now after the
I thought that was coffee. I'm like, when did you get coffee?
After the balance changes.
All right, Quest Priest.
Tomorrow or Tuesday, you might be seeing more Cariel on the ladder if Paladin gets buffed. Because it's a very good card. It doesn't have a lot of.
All right, definitely probably playing a Quest Priest. I'm gonna toss all this back. We got the Starfish, the Mischievous Imp, and Imp King Reform. I do not need any of this right now.
That's correct. I think just by the numbers of who's playing it, I think Quest Priest is more played, although especially you're at silver.
All right, so I drew my Flame Imp, I drew another Flame Imp, and then we drew
Hey, could have used you last game, buddy.
Yeah. Well, how do you say his first name?
Kael'thas.
You little jerk.
Kael'thas and Strider.
By the way, I have 2 golden Flame Imps, so the artwork that's animated is really cool, and a golden Kael'thas. And I just drew Wicked Shipment, so I'm just gonna play that.
Right. I think you play a Flame Imp.
Because this is, I forgot what we're playing against. We're playing against definitely. Oh, it's a Renathal.
He's definitely a Quest Priest because the Naga Priest does not run Renathal. It doesn't want it.
Yeah, there it goes. There's the quest. I hate going against Quest Priests.
Why? They usually beat them.
All right, so I drew a Vile Library.
Okay, so we're in a good position here.
Now, do I play Wicked Shipment to flood my board, or do I play Vile Library to buff it? I think I play Vile Library to buff it.
That makes it a 5/4.
That's still 5 damage to the face.
Thing is, like at this stage in the game, he only has one way to kill that many. I think he played the Wicked Shipment and the Flame Imp.
Yeah,
just try to get a bigger Vile Library, because the only thing he has to fight this many minions on turn 2 is Condemn, and I think it only does 1 damage at this stage, so it would only kill the Wicked Shipment imps. I guess he could coin, but he doesn't have an AoE. Okay, yeah. So he's just he played Thrive in the Shadows, which lets him discover a spell from his deck to draw. So that's all he did, is drew a card out of his deck.
Okay.
And so now we can buy a library, and it's a big.
Yeah, I do one of the 3/2s. Right.
I think you do one of the 1/1s to protect against Condemn.
Okay.
To have more imps on the board when he does Condemn.
That makes sense. So I just did 6 damage with the 2 Flame Imps. I got a 6/6 imp that we buff with Library, and then I got a 1/1 imp.
The reason you might want to put it on one of the 3/2s is because I guess if he had it, he probably would have played it already, because he's about to do the dragon. That's going to kill everything except for nope, didn't have it. So he coined Shadow Word Ruined, which just killed our 6/6. So we're fine with that.
Which was a 1/1. All right, so I just drew the Void Walker. So I'm going to play the Blood Down Imp, and then we'll tap.
Tap first, see what
we get. That might change.
It does.
Yeah. So I drew Vile Library, so I'm just going to play that again.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to buff the other 1/1 down here at the end. And then I'm going to go face.
And Vile Library is getting a balance change like Monday or Tuesday. So it'll be at -1/-1, basically, from what you're seeing in this footage here. It'll be slightly less powerful.
When they do the balance change, we need to play a game so they can see the difference if they want to run this deck.
I'm pretty sure that's the only. I think the deck will still be quite good. It'll just be a little less good.
Okay, so what he did was Desperate Prayer,
which is a 0 mana spell to heal 5 to both heroes, just because we're beating them up. Is that all he did?
And then
he hero powered. So all he did was heal himself.
Yeah, that's all he's trying to do. All right,
He didn't even play like a card up that costs mana for his quest.
I'm gonna tap. See what I get.
Yes, because we don't have a great like turn.
Oh, here we go. How many cards I got?
Yeah, do that. Because we drew Impending Catastrophe off the tap. That'll give us 4 cards because we have an imp on the board. And I don't believe this card's getting changed.
So here we go. Drew Imp Gang
2 mana,
Boss,
draw 4 cards.
Relocula,
really,
Starfish,
really
and
good.
another Impending Catastrophe.
And now I think you just play the Voidwalker. Yeah, just gets fine. And then use your library activation on
one of the 3/2s.
One of the 3/2s and swing it with everything.
Now we got a 7/6, a 3/2, and a 5/5. He is dead. He's got 5 health left. I don't see him being able to deal with this on turn 5.
I'm trying to think. If he could do it with his Irella, but if he had that, he would have done it already.
What was that?
He did Call of the Grave. So that is a pre-spell where you discover a Death Rattle minion, and if you have enough, how much mana does it cost? Now it's over the tracker, the history. 1. You discover a Death Rattle minion. If you have enough mana to play it, you trigger the Death Rattle. So he played that to get the Mistress of Mixtures to heal himself,
and then he just conceded.
He conceded because we're beating him up too bad.
Yeah, I think we're going to get to gold 1 today.
We can if you want to.
I mean, not really gold 1, but gold 5,
10.
Gold 10, whatever it is.
You started 10.
Just gold. I went from bronze to silver. Now I'm getting gold. I was gold last season. I'm going for legend. We'll see if I get there. What is a percentage if you're a legend player? You're the top what percent?
I don't know that they disclose that anymore. But I mean, I think it's like below 1%.
All right, so we're playing mage. This is probably big spell mage or spooky mage.
Probably
big spell mage.
In silver, I would bet it's spooky mage.
You think it's spooky mage? All right, so I drew.
More people are playing spooky mage because it's new anyway. So
Impending Catastrophe, Mischievous Imp, Vile Outberry, and Imp Gang Boss.
I think you throw all that back because we don't have a 1-drop.
No, we need the 1-drops. All right, Imp Gang Boss.
We do not get a 1-drop.
Fiendish Circle, Impending Catastrophe, and the Starfish. Yeah. But we have the coin, so maybe we'll.
I don't think we've said with the Smothering. Oh, we drew Fluster Librarian off the top, so
here we go.
We're in a much better position. I don't think we've said on the audio what the Smothering Starfish is. We haven't played it yet either. So this is kind of a weird card. There's only run 1 of them, but it's neutral. You can put it in any deck. It's a 3-mana 2/4 beast, Smothering Starfish. Battle Cry, silence all other minions. A lot of the time, we don't want to play this. Go ahead and play the Librarian. Because like we buff our own minions and it'll like devalue those buffs. But you run it for a couple things. You can run it to get past taunts for lethal with minions, and you run it because AoE freeze is very prevalent in the game right now, and so sometimes if your things can't attack anyway, it makes sense to like reduce their stats. When they're frozen, you can silence them all. They become unfrozen. They can immediately attack. A lot of times that'll let you get lethal when all your minions are frozen. And for the audio listeners, he played the 2-cost spell Ruined Orb. Ruined deals 2 damage. Discover a spell. He attacked my Flustered Librarian, making it a 1/1. And it is an arcane spell, which matters for certain kinds of things. So. I think I'm going to coin out and do Fiendish Circle and go base. Yeah. That's what I'm about to do. And attack him. Just to get some damage in before he kills it. Because he can kill it with his hero power if he wants. That's probably what he's going to do. To just get rid of that damage. But then that's kind of slow. We still have a bunch of imps. I mean, that is true. He's going to wildfire and do that. So the wildfire doesn't really matter for this because it only had 1 health. But yeah, so the wildfire is a 1-mana spell that for the rest of your game, the hero power does 1 more. It's really big in this what they're calling spooky mage right now. Well, that's our sign that it's spooky mage. Yeah. As soon as he played a Ruined Orb, we know it's not big spell mage because Ruined Orb is not a big spell. So I've got 4 imps. I'm torn between that and the Imp Gang Boss. Honestly, I think it's better to draw the cards when we have so many because we have 5 cards in the hand. 4, so 9. That'll draw 5 cards. Yeah. We'll have you at 9. That's pretty good. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna play the Impending Catastrophe and draw the cards. Just charge our hand up. Just get the cards out. And we drew another 1-drop. We got the Voidwalker. Let's go ahead and play him. We got Big Daddy D. Mischievous Imp. We got a Vile Library. We got a bunch of good stuff.
So we're sitting pretty good right now. Always happy to see Big Eddie D come up.
Yeah, Impending Catastrophe as a card is incredible.
Oops.
Okay, so he played Reckless Apprentice. That's a mage minion, 4 mana, 3/5, battle cry, fire your hero power at all enemies. So it's going to wipe everything on our board except for the Voidwalker.
So it's a good thing we played Impending Catastrophe, because now our Imp King Reform is getting infused, yes. Morlocula is getting his stuff, and Big Daddy D.
I just infused a bunch of minions, drew the cards while we had them on the board. Now the other thing you got to worry about too, and you might want to like spread out for Firestone what it's tracking up here. Yeah. So now that he's done that, you see that Firestone has a tracker for how much damage his hero power has done. That's because I'll explain that in a second. Let's go make our play, and I'll explain that on his turn.
I'm thinking he'll just do that again to my. But that's
a one of. I mean,
that'll buff all my stuff.
Let's
play that.
Yeah, I like that
because that will survive.
I like that.
And then just go.
But you know,
that one damage.
The AOE hero power he can only do twice a game.
I'm keeping Morlocula.
I think so, just because we have the Siren Anathemas. Like again, we're in a situation where if we get the Kael'thas, we'll be very happy that we didn't play him.
Okay, so we'll hold it.
Yes.
Okay, so now talk about this.
Yeah, okay, so Mage has a card called Mordresh Fire Eye, which is an 8 mana 8/8, I think. And it has a battle cry that if you've dealt 10 damage with your hero power in the game when you play Mordresh, it does 10 damage to everything on the other side of the board. Not your own board, but so it does 10 damage to all the minions and to the enemy's face. It's a very powerful card, payoff for running the hero power stuff. So yeah, there are a lot of people are using that right now.
And what he just did was play Nightcloak Sanctum,
the other really good location in this set.
on a 2/2 volatile skeleton, which is very important.
And freeze a minion. Yeah, and so he did that. He froze one of our mischievous imps. He killed another one. How did he do that? He hero powered.
He did something. He
traded in the Reckless Apprentice. Yeah. And we still have one mischievous imp that can attack. What do we have in our hand? We got okay. I think we have a library and we have a Fiendish Circle, so I think you do that. I think you wow. No. That's a Vile Library.
Oh, oops.
Not librarian.
Oops.
That was okay. That's
a big goof on my part, guys. This is what happens when you don't listen. So what I do with this? Can we
trade it into the 3/2? Yeah.
Can we recover from my big goof?
I mean, yeah, it's fine.
I heard a library.
Yeah,
and it's all not librarian. Oh boy. I hate skeletons.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
Big Daddy D's getting
no,
big.
we're still good. We're still good.
Okay, so
what's our refinement? Is he infused?
Yeah. So play him and Vile Library.
We can't play them both.
Oh yeah, because it'll be too much board space.
We don't have enough mana.
He can freeze my board. That's what he's doing. So what? I want the damage.
Ideally,
now.
you don't want to be board locked.
Yeah. So right? I say play the Vile Library.
Yeah. Although he's not Renathal. Most of play the Vile Library
and put it on one of the 1/1s.
Yeah.
Spread out my damage.
Yeah.
And then
go face with everything.
Yeah.
And go ahead and play the Imp Gang Blessing. Actually, we should have done that first before we did the buff or whatever.
And then end turn.
We're already making misplays in that game, so
I'm sorry.
No, that one was on me. And I was too distracted by thinking about stuff.
My goof. And it also keeps track of the volatile skeletons. Let's talk about why that's important.
Oh yeah, because they have another card. It's like a Kel'Thuzad the Inevitable. He's an 8 mana 6/8, and when you play him, he resurrects every volatile skeleton that's died for you this game. And if they don't have board space, it triggers their death barrels immediately. The arena. Yeah, so he just played Magic Dawn Grasp. That is a big part of Spooky Mage. It is making your hero power as good as possible. He activated the Nightcloak.
Okay, how much does he have? What's 13 plus 9?
22. How much damage is his?
16.
We can't play that anyway.
4.
It's a 4. So
he'll kill that and get the honorable kill.
Right. But we could buff it. But he could still Is that worth it? Is that worth it?
I think it's worth not letting them get.
So what else do we have in our hand besides the shady bar? How many I think I
We got
think
7.
I think tap. See if we can try to get Kael'thas. No. Play one of the shady bartenders. And now go face with the 5/5 first. Maybe okay, yeah, actually, no. Let's kill all these skeletons. So
Okay.
he can't do his honorable kill.
All right, so kill
Oh
him.
no, we can't. He can't anyway because we just played a 4/4. Go face with everything. Go face with everything. We're just trying to kill him.
And then intern.
Yeah.
All right, he's got 11.
Because as soon as he plays the Magistrate on Grasp, we are on a clock.
All right, first flame.
Luckily, he has already played one of his Reckless Apprentices.
Do that.
But so yeah, he played first flame to make one of our imps have less health, and then he hero powered.
Just playing a bunch of spells.
He's playing Frozen Touch to clean up our board.
Oh my god.
Our Denathrius is getting big, but we can't play him yet. So if we get Kael'thas, we can play him immediately and win.
Come on, Kael'thas. Where are you at?
No, that's fine. Play the M King Rapon.
I just want to
do the combo.
Yeah, so people can see it. So aggravating.
It's fine. Activate the Vial Library on
one of the,
and play one of them or Locculus just because we have the other ones.
Yeah, right. Let's see what he does. Come on.
He could Mordresh, but we're not dead if he Mordreshes. He could. His hero power's at 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well he's here. Okay, so we're not dead because he hero powered, and okay, but he played his other Reckless Apprentice, so we're in a bad spot because that's about to wipe our whole board and get charged up to be at 10 power, and then he played a secret.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
scared to tap.
I think is there a situation where we don't win this turn and still win? And the answer is I don't think so. So I think you do have to.
Yeah.
I think how many cards do you have in that? 8. And how many cards do you have in the deck? 10. Okay, so play Wicked Shipment. It's not counterspell. Play the Flame Imp. Impending Catastrophe. It doesn't matter now because we don't have enough mana. We should have only done the Wicked Shipment. We didn't have Kael'thas anyway, so there might have been a way out of there and I just misplayed. You're not really favored against Mage anyway because the freezes are so annoying.
All right, let's play one more and then we'll be done for today. And hopefully that'll give you guys some good insight into. Yeah. Oh well, Demon Hunter. This shouldn't be a problem.
Well, never say never. It's in because Demon Hunter is so little played right now. My instinct is it's a rogue.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
But rogue also isn't hugely played right now either. Yeah.
All right, so throw the Shady Bartender back. Keep Wicked Shipment. I'm thinking keep Vial Library.
Yes, I would agree.
And we drew the Flame Imp. All right, I'm gonna play Flame Imp.
Yes.
Because if it's a rogue.
Either way, it's still good because
of the demon hero, the demon hunter's hero
until he reveals himself as a rogue, he has a demon hunter hero power.
Yeah,
he might also really be a demon hunter. I don't know.
Well, we'll find out. Eventually, we'll find out.
He's using the coin.
Oh, what are we doing?
It's a rogue.
All right. Yeah.
He's just coining out the card that disguises him.
Yeah, it's 2 cost minion, 3/2. You start the game as a different class until you play a rogue card, which they did. So, Flustered Librarian in the shipment.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And then trade into the 3/2. And in our hand, we have a Vial Library. We have a Smothering Starfish,
which you haven't seen us used.
We have not been in a situation where it would be helpful when it's been in our hand.
Yep.
That's why it's only a 1 of. But it will let you win games that you would definitely lose otherwise. So it's like the question is like, is that worth it to put it in your deck? Like how often are you in those situations? And so like right now it's decently often because Control Shaman and Mage can both freeze your boards a bunch. multiple turns in a row if they want to. There's a Renathal version of Mage that is doing board freezes a lot right now with the Blizzards and Gray Sage Parrots. Yeah, I think.
You think I drew the
Bloodbound
Imp, but I want to buy a library and go face.
I think that it might be better. Well, yeah, because the Vile Library now will be +3/+3. That's good. That's better. That's good. Let's do that.
The Vile Library?
Yeah. Boop. +3/+3 right now. After the patch, it'll be +2/+2 in this situation, but still good.
Hey, we're still gonna use it.
But it might change our calculus there a little bit in a turn like that.
Let's see what you got, Rogue. And now we have an 80% win rate. 4 wins, 1 loss. 5 damage on the board. What is that?
The end of your turn. Mouse over that. End of your turn, destroy your lowest attack minion. To summon a 4/4 Shades last 3 turns. That's a Warlock card that he discovered with Tooth of Nefarian. It's just an ongoing effect. That's interesting that he did that. So I kind of want to be a little conservative now with the Fiendish Circle because we can't activate the Vile Library this turn, but we know we can activate it next turn.
Yeah, so
I think you tap and see what you get, and we have a guaranteed play in the Bloodbound Imp, which is what we'll do because we drew Gigafin. We cannot play Gigafin yet.
We have not talked about Gigafin.
Oh yeah, so Gigafin. So we saw the Paladin's Colossal Minion. This is the Warlock Colossal Minion. Each class has their own, and there's one neutral one, I believe. I think there's only one neutral one, Neptulon. But so this one, like all the Colossals, he's split into 2 parts. And yeah, so when you play him, he eats up every minion on the opponent's board. And he also creates this 4/7. And if they can't kill the 7/4 first, they will not get their board back. Is essentially the way it works. If they can somehow kill the 7/4 with like spells or something, they get their board back. But if they can't, because the maw does have taunt, once you kill the maw, like everything inside the stomach is eaten, I guess. I don't really know how it works, but yeah.
All right, so what he did was play Shroud of Concealment, draw 2 minions, and he played this turn, gained stealth. He didn't play anything.
Yes, because we know we want a Fiendish Circle, I think
I'm gonna play Shady Bartender, right, just to get the damage, and then Vile Library that's 1/1.
Vile Library would be more. Well, okay, so Shady Bartender will be +6 damage. The Vile Library would be +7.
Yeah,
actually, so it's actually better. So yeah, tap and Fiendish Circle. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tap and Fiendish Circle, and then Vile Library, one of the 1/1s, and they go all in. Yeah, because we had 3 minions. We had 3 demons on the board that could attack. So the Shady Bartender would have given us 6 extra damage this round, but the Vile Library usage, we could fill our board up with M's. So it gave +7/+7 to a minion. So it's actually got even more damage this round. And he concedes because that's too much stats. Now, again, after the patch, that buff would have been the same. It would be +6 damage either way.
Let's get to gold 10.
Okay, you just want to keep playing.
I want to get to gold 10.
Okay.
All right. Welcome, everybody, back to the Esports Report. We did have to take a little break. We got our coffee. Dylan's got his coffee, which he will need to hearth coach me. We're going to go for gold 10. And also, I don't think I've mentioned this before, but school started back. And if you're an educator or you're in education, you know that can be exhausting. So I'm probably going to only post once a month while school is in. I will try to do more of these hearth coaching couple series because one, I love hanging out with my husband because he's great.
Thank you.
And
appreciate it.
It's just something easy to do that I think is helpful if you have people playing. So without further ado, we're going to go back in with Daddy D's Imps. Oh, look. 492 out of 500. Once I get to 500, I'll be gold.
Oh yeah, you're very close to your golden Warlock.
I'm so excited. I'm playing this game for a very long time and still haven't gotten gold. Dylan over here has gold with everything, every hero, right?
Everything except for Demon Hunter, because it came out when I was not playing the game. I just only recently got back into it.
Because of our good buddy.
One
of our good
friend
buddies.
of ours was getting back into it and started talking about it, and I was like, I guess I should check it out.
Yeah. Then Dylan got back into it, and then I got back into it, and we spent a lot of money on this new expansion. All right, this is looking like a pretty good hand, to be honest. Definitely keep the Flustered Librarian. I don't know. I would keep that.
I think you keep all of it. I think maybe throw it back to Imp Gang Boss.
Really? Well, I guess because I've already got a 3.
Because you have
I've got a 3 drop.
Yeah.
And it's going to give me more minions.
Yeah.
And just confirm.
To try to maybe get the Vile Library.
We'll see. We'll see what we get.
Hey,
Vile Library. There we go. And we got the coin. Oh, we're playing against a Warlock.
Yeah.
I just noticed that.
The mirror match.
What is that hero skin? Can I get that?
I think it's one of the one. I don't know how you get those. I think maybe you get those when you finish like a previous tavern pass. When you finish.
Boo.
So.
Boo.
What?
Tavern pass. All right. So this is definitely probably about a mirror match, right?
Yeah, you play the Flame Imp. That is not great for us because if we just play the Flustered Librarian, he just kills it. So we don't have a great play. So I think what you do
just in turn and eat the 3 damage.
I think coin out the Vile Library.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we could draw Wicked Shipment, we could draw Flame Imp. Even if we don't, you can drop the Flustered Librarian and activate it. Maybe that's good.
Let's see what he does. Oh, this is definitely a mirror match.
He traded it though. Normally, if they trade, they're doing something with curses or like they don't care about it as much.
That's right. We never trade.
Very rarely.
Oh,
but he didn't play anything.
No.
So
still, if I play that, he's going to kill it.
Not if you activate the Vile Library.
Oh, that's true.
The thing, yeah, that's why I was suggesting doing that.
I see.
Because now it trades into it.
Okay, so I'm gonna
and
play.
It doesn't die. I was expecting him to play something though, and the fact that he didn't made this actually a really good call. So yeah, the base +1/+1 of the Vile Library makes it so even though when there's no imps, the Flustered Librarian becomes a 2/4. This is what is getting changed.
That won't happen.
That will not happen after like Monday or Tuesday. Probably Tuesday. It's a little unfortunate that we had to use the Vile Library now because we have the Fiendish Circle coming up, which is what he did also, activate Fiendish Circle. But it'll be all right because the Flustered Librarian already scales with the Fiendish Circle. So
I definitely play it.
Yes. And the question now is, do you trade or go face? I think you go face because you have a 6/4.
Yeah, I mean, I want that.
And he's incentivized to trade unless he also has Vile Library.
Oh man, what if he has Big Daddy D in his hand?
He's probably not running that list. Maybe he is. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm scared.
So he plays Demonic Assault on the Flustered Librarian. That's a 4-mana spell. Deal 3 damage, summon 2 Voidwalkers, which are 1-mana 1/3s. Then he played that, and then he ran one of his imps into the Flustered Librarian to kill it. And outside of that, and then he just went face everything else. So
I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean,
right. Because I can't get through those 1/3s. I mean, I could with the Vile Library.
You want to, and you will. I think you do Impending Catastrophe just to set up card advantage.
Okay.
And then, Wicked Shipment. So,
all right, so we drew Shady Bartender, Flustered Librarian, Bloodbound Imp, Wicked Shipment, and Gigafan.
So yeah, play the Wicked Shipment, play the Flustered Librarian.
Can't play the Flustered Librarian.
You will in a second. So what you're going to do is activate the Vile Library on one of your imps that can attack, and then play the Flustered Librarian. Maybe we should play the Voidwalker. So
it's too late.
That's fine. So yeah, trade the 8. Just trade. So the 8/8 goes into one of the Voidwalkers. The 3 other imps that can attack into the other Voidwalker. So we're left with an 8/7 on the board imp, 2 1/1 imps, and the Flustered Librarians. Currently a 4/3 because there's 3 imps in play. He has 3 1/1 imps and the 3/2 flame imp that he just all buffed by playing on turn 5 the Shady Bartender.
Oh dang!
And he's going face with everything. And okay, so
this ain't looking good.
It's fine,
but
it's fine. So we also have Shady Bartender, and we could trade. I think we kind of have. Well, hold on.
We got 4.
We can't kill everything, can we? Because he has more. we have to leave. Yeah, one of the 3/3s will get left up. We would still be alive, but he's running demonic assault. He probably doesn't have the other one, so he doesn't have the damage from hand to. Yeah.
Do I have enough? Do I have lethal if I play the Shady Bartender?
Maybe.
Like it'll +2 to that.
It's plus. No, you're off by 1. Yeah, play the Shady Bartender. 4/3 into the 5/4. 10/9 into the 4/4. Trade into 3/3s.
And sad that I was off by 1.
Yep. And
I feel like I'm probably dead.
He could Vile Library to kill you, or he could Demonic Assault to kill you. Outside of that, he doesn't have damage from hand.
Oh, he's about to draw, so I'm sure he might get lucky with his draw. Because he's looking for it. He's looking for something to kill me.
So you played a Voidwalker.
He's trying to delay.
So he doesn't have it. He doesn't have a way to kill us yet. We're not looking good.
No. I think this is a loss, to be honest.
So let's see.
I'll make that.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
I think we're done.
We're done.
We're just gonna forfeit. I won't give him the satisfaction. Yeah, a mirror match. It's not really a mirror match. He was doing something slightly different. He just drew better than.
I think the list was pretty similar. It's just.
All right, that's fine. We only lost 1 star. I'm still 3 silver 3.
Maybe there's a better way we could play that. I don't know.
Who knows? It doesn't matter at my low level. So deck win rate today 71.4, 5 wins, 2 losses. So, and we're playing a Druid.
Druid is a very favored matchup for us.
All right, so I'm thinking get rid of the Shady Bartender, get rid of the Voidwalker.
I would keep the Voidwalker.
What about the M game boss?
Yeah,
throw him back.
Okay, well, we got another M game boss, and we got a Fiendish Circle. It's pretty good, like a 2-drop, but whatever. Okay,
oh, boy.
So no, this is good. This is good. So it's a Renathal Druid, but that means it's a Ram Druid. So the version of Druid that we would be bad against is like the aggressive Druid that is kind of around.
Let's just play the.
Yeah, but he is not that. He's playing like the standard Renathal Ram Druid.
She's just going to spend his turn ramping, and then
the Imp Warlock is heavily favored against that Druid.
Maybe we'll be able to do the.
We'll see.
All right, so play Weird Shipment.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go face.
Yeah.
With my 1/3.
He doesn't have Wild Growth, or he would have coined it probably. Maybe not. Maybe he doesn't have a good thing to play on 5.
And game boss.
Yes. Although
I like a big minion.
The thing is, though, like Druid does not have a way to deal with a bunch of 1/1s right now. Really?
Yeah, that's true. They're not running Swipe.
Swipe is not in standard.
That's showing my age. All right, I'm going to play Fiendish Circle.
No, if Swipe was in standard, Druid would 100% be running it right now because of how big Implock is.
Yeah.
But they can't. They literally can't.
I remember when you had to worry on turn 4 if Swipe was coming.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, yeah, the only way they have to deal with something like a board like this really right now is like Flipper Friends.
Now I'm board locked.
And, well, yeah, but he can't freeze. I mean, we don't care. You just tap and just go base with. He takes 7 damage, and it's pretty good.
Now I need him to kill one of these minions so I can Vile Library. Boop, 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 boop. Is Flipper Friends a turn 4 or turn 5?
It's 5, but he has the coin. But even if he does Flipper Friends, he's going to coin something.
Flipper Friends.
Guff.
Oh, it's a Guff. He goofed. He goofed me.
Whoa, I haven't seen that, but what is that?
What?
Ajaran Gardens. Give 1 mana spell. Give all minions in your hand +1/+1. It's a hand buff for Druid. That's interesting.
All right,
get back. Put a Sunken Gardens on the bottom of your deck.
And then that's what's sunken.
Give +1/+1 to all minions in your hand, deck, and battlefield. Interesting.
All right, let's talk about Guff.
That's their hero card. 5 mana hero for Druid, 5 armor, like all of them give you. And when you play him, it sets your max mana to 20, which is very good. You gain a mana crystal and you draw a card, and then your hero power becomes you choose one, either draw a card or gain a mana crystal. So it's like just helps you ramp your mana really quickly.
All right, so I'm going to tap and then get face.
Just tap.
That's all I can do.
Yep.
And I drew Merclocula.
He still can't wipe our board with anything but like Flipper Friends though, because he doesn't have 7 mana for Scale of Onyxia.
I need something to die.
So he's going to hero power to get a mana crystal, and then he's got Nourish to get 2 more mana. So he's just ramping.
I need to kill something though, so I can get that.
I mean, it would be good, but also
because I have 8 cards. I've got 2 turns. What?
You don't want to wipe your own board.
No,
not yet.
I'm gonna have to if he doesn't.
I mean, if he doesn't, we just keep hitting him in the face for 7 every turn, and then he's gonna lose because it's like it's fine.
That's true. I just don't like milling myself. All right, it's got 9 mana. Oh, playing Moonlight Guidance. That do. I don't know where it is.
It's 2 mana. Discover a copy of a card in your deck. If you play it this turn, draw the original.
All right, play something. All right,
he's playing.
Okay,
here comes Flipper Friends, and he played it, so he also drew another Flipper Friends.
And what that does is you can summon a 1/6/6 Orca with Taunt or 6/1/1 Otters with Rush. Obviously, he summoned the Otters to clear my board, which works for me because I needed that anyway.
Well, it's still better that if we hit. It'd be better if we didn't do it, but.
Yeah. But now I can.
Yeah, but we still have 1 imp that can attack, which is pretty good because we can Fiend a Circle.
Yep.
We can play our Vile Library. I think we have 2 Vile Libraries in our hand, don't we?
Yep.
We play them both. And use them both on the same imp that can attack and just hit them in the face for a lot.
What up?
Make a 13/13. No big deal.
Pop.
Now, his answer to this is the Insatiable Devourer.
Oh, that's going to be bad.
And it would be activated. If he drew it before.
Oh, no.
We still have to do it. I mean, like, there's no way around it.
No. Oh, no. Oh, come on. Does he have it? Do you have it?
No, he's playing Scale of Onyxia, so he doesn't have Insatiable Devourer. So he just makes another bunch of rush guys that all rush into our 13/13 that we made. You can kill it with so you can just kill the 13/13 with all 7 of his of Hedge Maze. Interesting.
Which is their location card.
Trigger a friendly minion's death rattle. I haven't seen many people use that.
Now I did draw Mischievous Imp, so he's going to get infused.
Yeah. We just drew Denathrius.
Yeah, Big Daddy D.
I think we can tap now, and we don't have to worry about location locking ourselves because we have the libraries and we can activate those on the next turn. The librarian will be good. I think the Imp Gang Boss is better.
Yeah.
Just because it is an imp, so it counts. And then if he starts, I mean, he's at 3 health.
This is what I felt like last match.
Like I said, we're heavily favored in this matchup. He did play Hedge Maze. I wonder. That's a really cool art on that card.
What minion he play? Oh, the gold one's awesome.
I wonder what he's gonna do with that. Like,
We'll see what he plays. Probably something nasty.
I've seen them. I don't know what. Oh, okay. To gain armor. That's interesting.
Now this would be a great time if I had the Starfish to play the Starfish. This would be a situation where you would play the Starfish.
That is correct, but we don't have it.
We might draw it though.
So what do people? So what is that called? Moarg Fell Fiend? Moarg Forge Fiend.
Yeah.
It's a demon. It's a neutral demon.
It keeps moving because he did.
And it's an 8 mana 8/8 taunt. Death Rattle gain 8 armor, and he activated the Hedge Maze on it to give himself 8 armor. Then when we kill it, they'll get another 8 armor. So he's just trying to stabilize his life total. Off the top, we drew Imp King Rafam. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 5 free spaces on the. We have 2 free spaces on the board. The Vile Library right now will give +4/+4. Okay, so I think you use both activations on 1 imp. You trade it into the 9/9 to kill it. I think that's what you got to do. It's unfortunate because it's going to give him a bunch of armor, but we have our top secret maneuver, which is the Sire of Denathrius in our hand. So even though he just gained 16 health, we're not happy about it, but
then we're gonna play
it'll be whatever. Now he can play the Mischievous Imp. Yeah,
and that's gonna summon
2 more imps.
2 more imps,
and then you can play the Flame Imp too, and the Flustered Librarian. Because why not? Let's just go.
Let's go, boys.
And we don't really care about locking ourselves out of the board now because we're out of our libraries, and we just want to flood the board again. So he played Topior the Shrubagazor, which is a very good card. It's 7 mana 5/5.
And we're going to be having 3/3 whelps the rest of the game.
Yeah, for the rest of the game, whenever you cast a nature spell, you get to summon a 3/3 whelp with a rush.
And he's got 10.
And because
he's got a lot of mana.
Because his max mana right now is 17 because he played Guff. He can just keep playing a bunch of nature spells to kill off our 3/3s. But Denathrius is getting charged up. Rafam's getting charged up. He's gonna flip a friend's field. It's fine.
Please let me just Denathrius him and kill him.
He's just gonna play a bunch of minions.
Let me get enough to get him.
We just gotta keep flooding the board, charging up our Denathrius and kill him with Denathrius.
Okay, so he's got 17 total.
What is Denathrius at?
12.
But so he's at 17. So really, there's 23 health on the board. And
let's play M King Rafam. I'll give him some more targets.
Yes, tap first.
Okay.
Yep, and then play the M King Rafam. Just go face everything.
And then next turn, I will kill him with Denathrius.
That's the plan. See what he does.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what he does. Watch him yank it. Watch him yeet it out of my hand.
He could very well do that.
Yep. Yeah. He's got 17 mana.
It's a lot of mana.
Yeah. He's got 6 health. He's got the Hedge Maze. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You got 20 total attack on the board.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Now, did he just draw his Big Daddy D?
I mean, probably. But it's like, so what? Okay, so he's about to
do something.
Brand and Athens.
Oh,
we're
no.
dead. We're dead.
All right, so that's he Big Daddy D'd us.
Yep.
We got Big Daddy D.
He had it in his hand a long time.
Well played.
So, like I said, we are heavily favored in that matchup, but we still were not able to close it because of the Hedge Maze, the extra armory guy, which honestly I haven't seen them do that before.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's interesting.
All right, well, I'm back up to silver 4, but that's okay. We got this. What's going to happen is Dylan's going to get me to gold 10, and then he's going to come back in 2 days and ask me how I'm doing, and I'm still going to be at gold 10.
You go through streaks.
All right.
So it's a demon hunter
or a rogue,
which again I think is probably a rogue.
All righty, we get an extra card. Keep Vile Library, toss back Shady Bartender.
I keep one of the Voidwalkers.
Yeah.
And we're picking from 4 coins because we're going second, which means we start with 1 more card and the coin.
And we do the Starfish and Impending Catastrophe.
If you don't know, that's how they kind of balance the power difference in going first and going second. Is if you go second, you start with 1 more card, and you have the coin, which is a 0 mana spell that gives you 1 more mana 1 time.
Yep. Oh no, he's got the legend card back. He's taunting me, and he's got Renathal. It's a rogue.
It's a rogue.
I
mean, I've played a Renathal Demon Hunter.
It's a rogue.
Before?
It's a rogue.
That was before the expansion came out. And it was fun. It's not like good.
It's a rogue.
Or maybe I'm just bad at it. It's probably a rogue.
I'm gonna Voidwalker.
Yeah.
He's taunting me. He's got the legend card back.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yes. Got the card back. I won't.
I can't really see it because you're over there.
Oh, my screen recording.
I don't think I. Well, my card back, I just have them all set to random.
Because it's better that way. It's fun.
So I guess my legend card back. Oh, no, it is a real demon hunter.
Oh, okay. Well, I was wrong.
He played Dread Prison Glaive. So that is a demon hunter card.
All right. Let me think. Bloodbound Imp?
Yes.
Yeah, there's the thing. I'm just going to go base. Let's see.
Dread Prison Glaive is a demon hunter weapon, 1 mana, 1/3 weapon. So, and then honorable kill. Deal damage equal to your heroes attached to enemy heroes. Honorable kill means if the damage to kill a minion is exact. So if he has 2 attack and he hits into the Voidwalker, it'll kill it and you'll 2 damage to our face. And he can very easily get to attack with his hero power.
Yep.
That's probably what he's gonna do.
Yep. I imagine that might be what he's gonna do. Yeah. That seems to be what he's gonna do.
That's the reason you play the Dread Prison Glaive is so you can kill minions and push damage to the face. Okay, so he's just like a control type demon hunter strategy because he played the Far Watch Post, which we want to kill
as soon as possible.
It's annoying. Yeah, you can't attack, but the cards that we draw cost more mana.
Okay, I'm gonna play that, pump that, kill that. Right.
Yeah.
Because I've got to kill that.
Yeah, do that.
You know, the thing's got to die. All right, so Vile Library, the imp, the bloodborne imp, it's a 4/7. Run it. Bloodbound imp, run it into the 2/3. That makes my stuff cost more.
Yeah.
Do I want to trade him in?
I Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna trade in the shady.
We probably should have done that first, but
and we drew a fiendish circle. I think I'm still good with the play we made because that thing had to die.
yeah, we would have done that anyway. But
Yeah.
you just in general, when you can draw cards, you draw cards first.
Oh no!
What is this? I haven't even seen this.
Another watch post.
Crossroads watch post. 4 mana, 4/6 can't attack. Whenever your opponent casts a spell, give your minions +1/+1.
Okay, so that also has to die, but that's not as big as a problem as the other thing. But if I play that, his minions are gonna get
well, but it only has one. It will become a 5/7.
Gotta kill it.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I could starfish it, but then I'm gonna mess up my own.
Yeah, don't do that.
And it's just one minion.
But then can it? I think so. I think this turn
tap. Play the Voidwalker.
I was thinking, yeah, play the Voidwalker and the Bloodbound.
Oh, okay.
Play them both.
Yeah, that makes. And then go face or try to damage that.
No, just go face. Because that thing can't attack, and we can play around its effect until we want to kill it, which will probably be next turn.
Can he buff it? Is there like any kind of buff that I don't play Demon. I have not seen a lot of Demon Hunter.
Demon Hunter, I think it has some. I don't really know. I don't think it has any in the text I've played in it. I don't think it has that much buffs. He's playing.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's got to die. Played another far watch post. It's gonna make my stuff cost more. All right, I got to kill that.
Okay, so yeah, so just run the 4/5 into it like we did last time. Yeah, and then
I'll library that. Kill that.
I would Fiendish first probably.
It's gonna activate that.
It will, but the buff is
and then do that to that and then kill it.
Yes.
All right, so sorry. I'm not being real descriptive. I just played Fiendish Circle. It gave me 3 imps. I'm going to buy a library my
Bloodbound
Imp and run it into his Crossroads watch post, which is now at 5/7 because I played Fiendish Circle. But I'm going to kill him.
We're also hurting ourselves quite a bit.
Yeah, I got to
play the Infinite Catastrophe.
Yeah, and I'll draw some cards.
Still our hand.
Because I'm down to 19 health. He's got 32.
Because every time the Bloodborne imps attack, they hurt us.
Yeah.
So they're jerks like that.
Yeah, so I have 9 cards.
But we just refilled our hands.
And I still have the coin. And I did draw
Denathrius. We drew Rafam.
Yeah, we got Rafam. We got Murglocula, Imp Gang Boss. We do have the Shady Bartender that's now costing 6. So I'll probably, I don't know.
It depends on what he does. I mean, we'll just have to see what he does. They don't have a good AoE. Okay, so he's playing Kurtrus, which is their hero card that they have in standard right now. So and it gives his hero power becomes upgraded. Instead of 1 attack, it gives 2 attack, and then he can use it again whenever a friendly minion attacks. It refreshes, which is good. And then when he plays it, it summons 2 demons that have rush. And the attack they have is dependent on how many times he's attacked. So it's pretty good.
And
he wiped board a lot of it.
He is infusing Imp, King Rafam, Big Daddy D, and Murglocula. All right, so I have 9 attack. He has 9. He's got 36. I have 18. I have 6 mana.
I think you.
Are you thinking Imp, King Rafam?
I am.
You want to trade him, Bert? Well, no, we can't.
We could. We could do it. So Imp King Rafam is 1 off being infused. So I'd run the 1/1 imp into one of it. Yeah,
and
just to infuse the Rafam.
and then play Imp King Rafam.
Yes,
and see what imps I get.
And unfortunately, he's probably going to give you another Bloodbound. Oh, yep. So we're just going to keep hurting ourselves. But that's okay.
I could play Murglocula. I want to go face with this, right?
No, you want to kill his minions because he's going to kill you if you don't.
Okay, so I'm going to.
You have to
do that, which is a bummer. Killing myself. Did I play Murglocula?
Yes.
And then I'm going to end my turn. Theo, give me life steal. I can maybe try to help myself. We'll see. I might goof myself up. My health was getting low. I was keeping watch of the watch, the count of the watch.
There's some kind of legendary that's based on that. I don't know because that it's not being played a lot right now. That's before I came back.
32 attack on the board. He's got 7. He's going face.
Yes, this is why you wanted to kill the minion, right? It's because every time it attacks, he can hero power again.
Yeah.
To buff up how much he can hit you in the face with. That's like what Demon Hunter is good at. Or one of the things. It's just
maybe next turn ram Morlocula into something so I get life steal so I can kill myself up.
That's when I played it.
Yeah.
He's about to start healing.
Oh boy.
Because he played the Eldraki Life Blade or War Blade or whatever.
Oh my god.
It's a life steal weapon.
All right, I've got 32 damage on the board. He's got 38 health, 4 armor. I have 6 health. I'm gonna try to heal with Morlocula. I'm gonna ram Morlocula into that. Right. Don't I want to get healed?
Yeah, but ideally you'd want to be healed more than once, right? To hit face with that.
Yeah. Oh no! Morlocula!
I forgot. We should have checked what the secrets were.
Morlocula! I only got healed for 1.
All
right, I'm gonna kill that with a.
Unfortunately, we can't really attack with the Bloodbound Imps anymore. No, don't.
Sorry.
Okay, just go face with everything except for the Bloodbound Imps.
I was overzealous in my. Anything else I can play down here? I want me maybe the Imp Gang boss.
I think we need to play Tamsin.
Oh, just for the armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll play the coin first, and play Wicked Shipment first, or play it first, and then play it. That's why I didn't want you to trade.
My apologies.
You just did it anyway.
My apologies. All right, let's see what he does. This is the thing that I run into when you're not with me Hearth coaching me. I'll have like a really good win streak, and then it's just I'll have a bad losing streak.
Okay, so he just
played a secret.
A mage secret.
Oh no. I think I've killed us. I think I've killed me. I've definitely killed me.
Not necessarily. He doesn't have minions left, right? So like how many cards do you have in hand? 10. So you have to play something. I bet you if he could pick it, the secret he would want to pick is probably Vengeful Visage right now. Because that way if our 6-1 goes into his face, he gets a 6-1 that hits us in the face, and that killed we're almost dead. So let's see. Play the Wicked Shipment. It's not counterspell. Run the M. King Rafam into the Sketchy Stranger. Sign Oasis Ally. Hero Power. Nice. And then play the Shady Bartender. It's not explosive. So it's either Ice Barrier or Vengeful Visage. I would have bet it's Vengeful Visage. So what that does is when you attack his face with a minion, it summons a copy of it. Oh, he's just going to hit us in the face with a 5/2 weapon.
Yeah.
So he's going to play that. He's going to Hero Power. That gives him 7 attack. He's off by 1. Okay, we're dead. We're dead.
Well played. I've never seen that. Welcome to the fight. Oh, well, there you go, boys.